everyone, welcome back to my channel today. Now, as the election is winding down and I feel like politics is on the top of all of our minds, I just want to do a weekly video to remind ourselves, and to remind myself included because I'm definitely guilty of this, but we need to, as a society, separate politics from the person. Now, as probably each one of us has had a close acquaintance and maybe even a family member or best friend where we don't share the same political views as them. And we have to instill it in ourselves that does not mean that they are a terrible person and we should just cancel all communication with them. Because each one of us is different. Each one of us kind of perceives the world in different ways. And you guys might actually have the same core values, and odds are you guys probably do have the same core values if you already have this connection and relationship with each other. But a lot of times, each one of us has these values and we perceive things in different ways and attach ourselves to those values. So one political party might speak to us in a way where our values are like, okay, this is what I want. But that same acquaintance or friend might have those same values and see a different political party connecting to those same values and perceive them in this way. Just because you perceive it differently does not mean that you are a bad person. I think one of the most ill things about social media and our society today at large is that we feel the need to excommunicate anyone and cancel anyone, for that matter, who doesn't share the same opinions as us and beliefs and whatnot. I think one of the biggest things in our society today, and people will always come back with the argument that you can have different opinions than me, but if your opinions discredit the livelihood and make somebody's life harder for somebody else, then your opinions are not valid to me and I can dispose of you. Of course, there are opinions that are very harmful to people. You can go on, and there's very harmful opinions that the world has seen, especially in the 20th century. I feel like we're all aware of that. But at the same time, if you truly believe that your friend or your family member is harboring these opinions that are truly being nasty towards a different group of people or a different sector of society, I think you're getting your information and kind of your worldview only from one place. Maybe ask them why they believe this certain thing and have a real conversation about it, because odds are they aren't going to be racist or misogynistic or coming from a place of hate. And don't also feel the need to explain your opinion, why your opinion is superior to theirs, because this is something that I've learned from a very young age, because I was always kind of involved with politics. Just as you believe something so heartfelt and this is the way, and I don't know how anybody could else believe anything else, there on the other side, there's people that believe their way is the right way, and how could you ever believe that? So just putting yourself in that perspective, and even though we're all just kind of guilty of thinking that however we're thinking is the correct way. I'm guilty of that, you're probably guilty of that. It's just the human experience coming in and kind of being egotistical at that. But we just have to remember that perspectives are powerful, and it's also, sometimes you can learn something from somebody else by asking them why they have that different opinion. A lot of times nowadays we group that political ideology with this person. If you support this party, you must be terrible. If you support this party, you must hate this. Well, people are complicated. Many different people have many different aspirations, passions, things that they want to do, things that they support, things that they don't support, and not anybody fits into a party or political system just outright. I have things that I disagree with even myself on. One day I'm feeling this way and then I'm like, wait, but what if you look at it this way? And that is a natural process for humans to have, to evolve their thought, to discourse with other people and learn more about their perspectives, maybe bolstering their side, learning about different, ideas that could be taken in certain ways, and to able to have a healthy, functioning society. We have to accept people with different viewpoints. You can't have these blinders on all the time, expect to go through the world, without any problems and always being right. Because odds are your mom, who might have a different opinion than you, your sister, who might think something else about something, odds are those people have a hint of truth or maybe a little bit more truth to what they're saying than maybe a perspective you have. And you might have more truth to a topic that they don't really know much about. So we have to have this discourse with each other, and like I mentioned in other videos, this discourse only happens through freedom of speech, which we should all be proponents of, because that is the only way this dialogue is created. But as we're coming through this election year and political tensions are at an all-time high, I feel like, and holidays are coming up and we see a lot of different people, we just have to remember that that person that you love, that you respect, is different from those opinions, and it's very hard to separate them out. I have a hard time, we have a hard time with that because we're very emotional creatures. We want to connect, this opinion, oh my gosh, I can't believe that person thinks that, they must be dumb, stuff like that. That is just a very on the spot reaction, and we have to remember that whatever we have for that person and whatever connection we've created with them, we've created with the real version of them. Their real, just personality, how they go about the world. That's what we truly value about that person. Not whatever they believe on taxes or, something like that, or how the world should be voting, and all that stuff is super important too. Like I said, we should debate with them and learn and have this healthy discussion, but just don't totally discredit everything they say and think they're a terrible person, cut them out of your lives just because you have a different political opinion. Because when you look back into it, we are all human, we are all going through this life with experiences, trying to perceive and trying to best understand what we are encountering. And if you are discrediting someone else's opinions for just believing them and that's their perspective, then that's really kind of on you for being that standoffish to other perspectives. Because we really need to be open, and we're all, I have been standoffish to other people's opinions, and sometimes their opinions deserve to be a little bit standoffish, not gonna lie, but for the most part, 99% of the time, we need to embrace different opinions and separate their ideas from the person that we actually have created that relationship with and will continue to be their friend, family member, whatever it is, no matter what the political spectrum is like. And also use that as a challenge. If one of your close friends has a different idea on something politically, or you can feel a little bit of tension, just quickly diffuse that. Say, you are my friend, that is first, and I would love to debate and discuss this idea more further with you, because we all should be willing to learn about things and kind of debate, but also step away and say, hey, that was a fun debate, but we have our opinions, our values, and let's move forward in life. So just wanted to come on here and say I feel like this is always just a great tip to have on social media with our families, everything like that, and to make sure to separate all this politics and hubbubaloo and instant, news, all this stuff. Separate that from the people that you actually love, and no matter what they have to say about anything, remember that you have created a relationship with them that's not based off of all this external and just kind of noise sometimes. So just wanted to come on here and say that, remind you guys and remind myself, and it's just a fun topic to talk about, especially like I said, holidays are coming up, there's election stuff going on, politics seems to be at an all-time high. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks!